Back in 2016, I achieved my lifelong dream of becoming a published author, and soon after, I realized the struggle all authors have in finding book reviews. While I'm incredibly proud of what I've achieved as an indie author over the years, I am just as proud of the indie books I've discovered and reviewed in that time also. Because reading to me is everything. The escapism, the stories, the immersion, and even the magic that reading can be has brought me so much over the years, and so supporting fellow indie authors has become a duty, just like my dedication to the written word. Welcome to Talking Indie Books with Lee Hall, an opportunity for me to showcase some wonderful indie books I've been reading. And before we do start, I'd like to just thank you for taking the time to watch this series, which is now 10 episodes long. My venture into making video reviews for indie books has been a great way to spend my time, and you can expect a lot more episodes in the near future. And so, for this episode, I shall be reviewing one of my most recent reads, which represents the genre of paranormal thriller. I'm talking about Dark Presence, a paranormal thriller by John Turiano, and John reached out to me with an offer of an advanced copy in search of an honest review, and looking at my TBR list, I still needed a few more titles to read in order to complete it for this calendar year, and I'm glad to have taken the opportunity to read this book, because it is very much a candidate for Best Read of the Year. While it would be difficult to place a single book at number one, Dark Presence is definitely going to be on my list of recent top reads, and I have a good reason for it, because the author has done an exceptional job of merging genres and themes to deliver an original tale. We are introduced to main character Kimbra, who in the wake of her best friend being murdered, begins to suspect she is being watched and perhaps even coerced by sinister forces, and they might be closer than she first thinks. With a history of relationships that haven't gone so well, and even an old school acquaintance who suddenly appears in her life, there are plenty of candidates, or at least potential candidates, who could be behind the mysterious and sinister goings-on. Kimbra has a depth and presence of a lead character who you want to succeed and survive, while also uncovering the mystery surrounding her wider story. And that mystery thriller element is then merged with a more scientific side to the story, where Kimbra works for a company looking to commission a powerful mind-altering drug. For what starts as a murder mystery type thriller with a big psychological influence, the paranormal element then takes shape by way of science and the study of the human mind, and this then escalates further into exploring concepts of quantum science and even being able to use the brain for some very powerful things. There are some twists, shocking revelations, and plenty of reasons to keep turning those pages, as quoted from my recent written review. Does Kimbra simply have bad luck with relationships, or is there something else at play here? How much of this is in her head, and how much is the result of coercive behavior, or even a stalking? For anyone who enjoys mystery, psychological suspense, with some science elements, and a layered story of depth, then this is the one for you. And so, my favorite quote is this: "Life can be cruel, like it's somehow alive and out to get you, like when you wake up with an uneasy feeling that something is wrong. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you're somehow out of sync with the rest of the world." And so, my rating for this book was 5 stars, and you can find my written review linked below. So, that wraps up this 10th episode of Talking Indie Books with Lee Hall. I'd like to thank you for joining me on this journey, and of course, if you're reading something right now, remember to leave a review. Peace out, rock and roll, and reading indie books. This video is supported by a wonderful community of people over on my Patreon. If you are looking for more exclusive content such as book marketing and promotion guides and social media tutorials for creatives, then check it out. All of my video content premieres first via Patreon, and that includes more episodes of Talking Indie Books with Lee Hall. Sign up to be a Royal Rockstar today, and you'll receive a free digital copy of my best-selling guidebook, Consistent Creative Content.